Today's video is sponsored by Mario Amino. You know, I really like this app mainly because the community is incredibly friendly. Here you can find blogs, polls, public chat rooms, and so much more. I have my own public chat room right now where you can request top 10 videos for me to make, and you can also follow others to make new friends. Like seriously, I love this app. I've been using it a lot recently. Some cool posts that I've found talk about what Super Mario Switch might be like. In fact, we're going to talk about some of those posts in this video. Mario Amino is now on iOS and Android. Make sure to download the app and follow me at Nathaniel Bandy. The links are in the description. So I have really been thinking about Super Mario Switch and what it's gonna do. Like, what is the next thing that it's gonna do? I mean, let's think about what's happened with 3D Mario games already. We started off with Mario 64, it was just kind of basic, non-inspired levels. I mean, obviously the levels themselves were interesting to run around in, but the levels were kind of basic, you know, desert, lava, ice. And then we got Mario Sunshine. That was themed around vacation places. And then we got space, Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. So I thought today I would talk about what I think Super Mario Switch could do to completely evolve platforming, as well as what the locale could possibly be. Now, this is something that I actually saw as an idea in the Mario Amino app. Now, I know the advertisement's already done, but I genuinely really like this Amino app, as there are some fantastic ideas for what Super Mario Switch could be. And one of them that I saw was that maybe this game will be based around the world. And what I mean by that is that Mario, for the first time, will travel around every single continent on Earth. Now imagine how awesome that would be. That's technically happened in, I believe, Mario is Missing. It's the historical educational game where you traveled all around the world, except, no, this one's going to be an actual video game, not just some educational bullcrap. So let's say you started in North America. Maybe you went to United States themed area, then Canada, and then Mexico. Now think about the clips that we saw. Perhaps we were visiting the Mexico themed world. And then maybe we could go to South America, we could go to Brazil, Argentina, and maybe even Chile. Or what about Africa? We could visit Egypt, Madagascar, and Ethiopia as an example. Or for Europe, we could visit the United Kingdom, France, Italy. Like, do you see where I'm going with this? What if that is what this is all about? Now, I don't know how likely it is for something like this to happen, but I do think that would be really interesting to see. And maybe that's going to be the case. Honestly, probably not. But again, I thought the idea was really cool. If I can find that post, I'm going to try to link it in the description so you guys can see. I just randomly saw it on the Mario Amino app, but I really wanted to share it so more voices would see, because that is an awesome idea. So now, the concept that I think Mario Switch could do. So if we think about Switch, it's all about being able to switch from being able to play at home or play on the go. What if this Mario game allows you to switch from 2D to 3D? Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh god, no, they can't do that. That doesn't make sense, because 3D games, the 3D Mario that we love is open world, and all the 2D Mario games have always just been linear. Now, here's the thing. Just because, let's just say this Mario game is open world and it's 2D and 3D. 2D Mario games are not limited to just being linear titles. As a perfect example, think about the game Terraria. Now, if you've never played that, well, it's essentially 2D Minecraft. You're able to explore right, left, up, down, all directions possible. There is so much exploration, and Terraria is in 2D. Now, being able to go back and forth could allow us to find hidden passages or secret areas, or even just progressing through the level overall. Now, there's definitely some issues that could happen. First off, when do we know when to switch from 2D to 3D? Like, obviously there could be a purpose behind doing it, but how could we distinguish that? Well, what I was thinking was maybe there could be very subtle clues, or clues that are somewhat obvious within the levels. So let's say, just as an example, we're playing a 3D level in Mario Switch. You're just going around, everything's in 3D, the entire world, all the enemies, all the trees. But wait a minute, there's a random Koopa Troopa in 2D. Since we see that one enemy in that specific spot, or in that general area, is in 2D, that's a sign that we need to switch to 2D, and we can find something that way. Now, maybe as an example for certain purposes, like let's say the 8 red coins stars return from Mario 64. Perhaps we have to switch from 2D to 3D to find all of the red coins. Now, another problem with switching from 2D to 3D is, would that make Mario 2 puzzle oriented? And that's a really interesting thing. Like, it's hard to imagine. Like, could this make the game too puzzle oriented, or would it not feel like a platforming game at that point? I'm completely honest, what do you guys think? Like, if it was completely obvious when to switch from 2D to 3D, and it was only done to just switch up the variety of playing, do you think it would make the game more platform oriented or more puzzle oriented, or maybe a good blend of both? And just to keep going with the 2D/3D blend, here's an idea for co-op play. I have no idea exactly how this would work. I'm sure it could work somehow, but imagine if there was 2-player mode, one person could play the level in 2D and the other in 3D at the same time. Now, that's just a random idea. I don't know how well that would work. Like, I feel like if that were to work, both players would need to be able to see the 2D and the 3D at the same time, and that could be really disorienting, but I wanted to throw that idea out there and see if you guys have any ideas on how that could possibly work. Now, thinking about games like Super Paper Mario and The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds did kind of mess with switching between 3D and 2D. I mean, Super Paper Mario more or less, Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds, not so much. The 2D aspect of Link going into the walls was more of just a puzzle orientation, which makes me wonder if this idea, again, would make Mario 2 puzzle oriented. But honestly, I just wanted to throw this idea out there. Please feel free to leave a like and subscribe, and leave a comment. Let me know what you think of this idea. Is this the worst idea you've ever heard of in your entire life, or is this one of the greatest ideas you've ever heard of? Or do you just not care? Let me know in the comments. Make sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I'm very active on both sites. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one.